Oh, what's up? Yeah, I am Stu. Jesus Christ. Hey, what's up, Joe?
You try to also call me Stu? You've done it before. It's a little weird, especially when you hug me. Anyway.
I think we used to might have been switched. If you remember back in the day, I used to be the boss, and now I'm the intern. What kind of
Welcome to New York, kid, or wherever we're from.
In season 5 of Succession.
Anyway, Stu, I was just thinking, we talk a lot about musicals here. Have you ever written a musical? Because I'm starting to think the files that are coming on our desk, they aren't great. And we turn them down and then they turn into blockbusters. But what I'm saying is, should we pen a musical, and do you have the know-how on how to write some good lyrics?
Oh, I have such a good know-how on how to write lyrics, Joe.
I do not feel confident, Stu. I will say right now, I got a little bit of confidence
so
as well.
Well, I actually been waiting for you to ask me that, because
oh really?
Jesus, the voice is getting worse. How is it getting worse?
I feel like I'm getting Midwestern. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm like, oh yeah, you want some mayonnaise? Yeah, what do you got a few lines for me right now here, Stu?
I love me some Broadway.
Okay.
I do it the old-fashioned way.
You have rhymes
when
way with
I
way.
Eat
Okay.
cereal, I get happy. And when I love you, I get
You know what? That answered my question.
crappy.
That answered my question. I really appreciate it. You know
what?
what?
It's a tragic love song, Joe. I don't see how you don't get it.
I'm thinking we should get into the balloon business. So I'm gonna table this for now.
Not the fucking balloon business. You bring this shit up every fucking week.
What you have to fucking wrong with balloons? You can get a balloon, but you can
There's
also
no
get a dog
money in
or a
balloons,
sword.
Joe. We're in fucking Broadway, bitch. None of your fucking contacts will work. Make a pivot into something more normal.
I have never been so disgraced by you since your mother turned me out of your house. I could have been your father.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wonka Watch.
Hey.
This is the podcast where we used to cover all the things related to Wonka, and I guess we still do. Now we're just kind of, as we have said, picking up the dredges. And today we're doing the Wonka 2023 lyrical breakdown. I'm going to, in the honor of this being about songs, I feel like freehanding my mic today.
Whoa.
This is revolutionary. I never do this sitting down.
She's dangerous.
I'm dangerous. I'm crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm on the run.
I'm tempted to do it too, but I'm playing with an Allen wrench. That's my fidget of the episode. So got any furniture?
It's better
you need
than
to put
those
together?
episodes where I fucking pick up a pen and I'm like, and I hear that fucking click in the record. And I'm like, Jesus
My favorite
Christ.
is when you had I'm pretty sure you had that knife and you just kept playing with the knife. And I'm like, this is so dangerous. This
Girl,
is so
I was a studio art major in college. I know how to handle a box cutter. Okay? I can safely handle a box cutter.
I was a history major. I know many things about the Allen wrench. Allen wrench was a fine young gentleman, but but the lyrics.
We're talking about Wonka's lyrics because we did say when we came out of Wonka, we were like, great film. Lyrics sucked though. And I think we were pretty neutral on the music as a whole. There were now we did listen to some of the songs on the car ride back home, and I think my feelings on them have developed since then.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I came in this episode being like, I have no thoughts to share about the lyrics. I don't know what this episode is going to be. And then I re-listened to it. Turns out I do have thoughts to share about the soundtrack.
So shocking.
I once had a coworker say, Felicia, you're the first person I've met who has an opinion about everything. Like a fully formed opinion about everything. And it's like, if you give me time, I'll have a take.
Oh, yeah.
I will have a take on it. I always will.
I can't wait to hear it because, in pure contrast as always, I have 6 bullet points.
We're playing true to type today. We're being true to form. Yeah. This is some classic Wonka Watch dynamics.
Squum, yum, yum, yum.
So, I mean, that's basically it for today. We're just talking about the lyrics. We're talking about the music. We're going to be crowning the worst lyric in all of Wonka. We each have brought some nominees that really upset us. And it was hard for me deciphering what was the delivery that I hated versus the line. Because there were a lot where that got fucked up. But I was like, you know what? If it's written in the song to be that fucked up, I think I can count it.
Yeah.
Because reading them on their own, they're like, why is that bad? And then also just kind of going through our personal ranking of the songs. Because why the fuck not at this point? What else are we going to do? The movie's out. It exists.
Yeah.
Suck it. Do we introduce ourselves? I'm Felicia.
I'm Elaine. I'm the one
There
with
you
the
go.
Allen wrench, as you can totally hear.
Hey, Joe, I wrote another musical.
Oh,
And this one, can you guess what it's about? It's about the Wonka Watch news.
you always talk about them, but I have no idea who the fuck they are.
It's my niece.
Your niece's news?
No, my niece is on the podcast.
Oh.
Elaine, Stu is your uncle. He's your uncle. He's not mine.
So when did he become an uncle?
I just decided.
Oh,
in
I
this,
thought you were
like-
saying this like it had been
Elaine, this
established
is improv.
many episodes ago. I was like,
no.
I feel like I would remember if we had created real
I just
life
wanted
lineage.
to establish that
Stu
he
is
is
my
your
uncle?
and not mine. I don't know if I like
People
that
do say
being
we look
canon.
a lot. I kind of hate it.
I
to be
actually hate
honest.
it as well. I take it back.
I
She's
felt
not
so
my niece.
dirty.
I
I
lied.
felt so dirty.
I swiped past her on Hinge once.
Oh no, you would make my uncle turn me down on Hinge. I got turned down by Stu. I already feel like shit, like a cattle on the market when I do the apps, and now Stu, who fucking cugs mops, is turning me down. Okay, what do you? Yeah, okay. What? Tell me the news. Tell me the news.
Number one, Wonka's Oscars have been announced, and there's none. The Oscar noms have been announced, and there's none, which is great. I actually wanted that. So
I think it
I'm
checks.
glad.
I mean, Patterson Joseph, R.I.P. But
yeah, that's the only one I really would have wanted.
or Callahan, I'm rooting
yeah.
for her. But I get it.
And the one they nominated, A World of Your Own, I don't think had any chance. With all due respect,
That's a tough. I
I have
just feel like
opinions
there were
about
a
World
lot
of
of
Your Own.
other movies,
yeah,
You
and
know
it's
what I
like it's
mean?
competing against fucking Barbie. It's not gonna.
and you're not. Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, so I bet that was a oof. But that
I
was a bit of
mostly
an oof.
wanted to get one nom to see if they'd make Timothée Chalamet sing it at the awards. That's why
Oh
I
my
wanted it
gosh.
to have a nom, but I think it's good that it
Yes.
did. I was surprised it didn't get anything for like something weird like sound editing, but also
Yeah.
fair enough. It's also like a late in the year entry too. Like it's
Yeah.
just so not surprising. But I do have a very tiny British Vogue article because don't worry. Actually, it's GQ. It's GQ. This one's from our old friend Eileen Carter. I know we've covered stuff by her before, but we're coming back again. This is actually this is the article. Timothée Chalamet is dressing like a fashion menace in Japan, and this is from back in the press tours for when Wonka was in Japan. You know,
Yes.
and it's about this trench coat he wore at the airport when he landed in Japan, because it's a fucking insane choice. I don't have any fill in the blanks. I just wanted to share this because I was like, why the fuck would you wear that? Fresh off the same Japan-bound flight as Dua Lipa, the actor greeted a terminal full of fans and paparazzi in his plain standard outfit, simple black tank top, loewe, wool track pants, and Jacques Marie Mage shades, rendered diabolical with the addition of a floor-dusting, double-breasted Avellano trench coat made out of squeaky black latex.
Squeaky. Oh no.
Latex. At the airport?
Yeah. Wait. He was on a plane wearing latex.
Let's talk into this. Timmy's wholly unconventional, if entirely camera-ready, airport ensemble employed the baffling logistics of pulling on a rubber latex garment, which must typically be prepped with baby powder and buffed with a silicone or water-based polish after a long-haul flight. Liberally talc the inside before putting on the garment, advises the latex care page on Avellano's website. This will enable you to slip into them with ease. Per the paparazzi photos from the airport, there appears to be a few telltale powdery fingerprints on the collar of Chalamet's jacket. Whoa. Even a mastermind must show his work. Imagine you are getting off an international flight and you go into the fucking bathroom to talc your latex trench coat.
An airplane bathroom, wearing all of that, having to go squeak, 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 like that's horrible.
Because there's two options. I mean, I assume he must have done this like getting off the flight and like gone into the bathroom to do it, right?
Hopefully. I mean, maybe there's like a bigger bathroom where he just stripped down in the middle of the airplane,
Yeah.
Dua Lipa wears latex too. Maybe it was just a little.
I mean, it's not skin tight. but it's not great, you know? Like, it still would be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
And he's also wearing, like, it with fucking sweatpants.
okay, he is a fashion menace. I think what I found with his fashion is that all the individual pieces, I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's wild, depending. But then he puts them all together and you're like, whoa.
I know he famously doesn't have a stylist, but maybe he should, is what Elaine says.
Yeah, no. I am wearing a sweatshirt from 2006 that has a gaping open armpit hole and it's disintegrating, but I refuse to get rid of it. So I am a fashion queen. And my accessory is an Allen wrench, which is super handy. It's flashy. It's cute. We do have a listener palooza coming up.
We do. So we really need your entries, and it would be very helpful to send those our way.
We accept everything. Fan fiction, hot takes, thoughts of any sort.
We're going back through the emails to find some stuff that we didn't get to feature on the podcast from a little bit back, too. So there might be some old favorites that may be like a year old. Sorry, guys.
Yes. And this is the final listener palooza of the podcast. So now this is your last chance to get
shit in.
To get shit in, to get it on the podcast.
Share your
here.
bold Wonka thoughts. We'd love to hear them, genuinely.
The time is now. The time is now.
The time.
You have been called.
Has come.
Listener palooza ocolate.
Maybe we move this to the beginning of the episode so the people who skip over the ends don't miss it. I might do that. We'll do that. All right. Do we want to just like talk through the songs briefly?
Yeah.
And then do our rankings and shit?
I like it.
So the first song on the soundtrack, we know, even though I call it 12 Silver Sovereigns, it is Hat Full of Dreams. I wrote that this song has that classic Golden Age chicken vibe that Carousel of Progress has.
Wow.
You know that songs that seem to be clucking along?
Yes.
This song clucks.
It clucks. Yeah, I know what you mean. Weirdly enough, I know what you mean.
It's a lot more country boy makes it to the big, big city than I remembered it being. And you know what? The sound effects on this album are much more present.
Yes.
Than I remember them being in the theater, because I wasn't listening to them isolated. It also gave me some more nuances of the vocal performances from different people.
Mm-hmm.
I think Timothée Chalamet is the only one who didn't get Emma Watson from Beauty and the Beast. Kind of everyone else did.
Yeah. I was noticing that too, and I'm not sure if they all needed it.
I don't think they all needed it. And also, like, I think some of these songs might have been better if we had people who were, like, singers. And that's not me dissing these people, but, like, nobody in this movie is a singer.
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet is probably the best singer in this movie, and that's not good. He should not be the best singer in this movie. Like, him and Cal are the two good ones, and everyone else is, like, they weren't hired because they can sing. You know, it's a different... Yeah. That seems to be the fifth question on the intake form.
Yeah, it's almost kind of... I feel like... Because Hollywood's having a weird thing where they just, like, don't want to acknowledge things are musicals. This happened with Mean Girls. Like, no one... True. Everyone was like, it's a reboot, and they, like, did not show any songs. And they... I don't know. They're, like, having musical phobia. And so it almost goes to show it's like, I don't... And again, not that everyone sucked. It was just like that clearly wasn't our main factor here when making this movie. It was like, okay, oh my god, make the soundtrack great. It's like, it is a musical, but like, meh, you know? Yeah. It's kind of how it felt, you know?
The other thing I wrote about this song is that it gives me the vibes of a travel ad sometimes. Like the Travelocity gnome is going to be on his shoulder, or Melissa McCarthy is going to materialize from without a fountain.
Oh,
from a fountain.
Yeah. I feel like Land Ahoy was really
that hurt.
Ahoy! I was like, am I
like Jimmy Wonka, but sometimes his delivery did make me want to punch him.
Yeah.
Especially the songs, because most of the deliveries I take issue with are him, which is interesting. Which is interesting considering I do like him. But I was like,
he had to make the most dramatic choices, being chaotic
and
Willie.
The dramatic choices didn't really bother me. It was some of the other lines that made me mad. Like, it wasn't the bold choices. It was the nothings.
Yeah.
And I think there were a lot of lyrics that were just very weirdly timed into songs.
Yes. Like, I don't think...
Which was my beef.
Everything fit in the verse. Like, I think they sometimes try to throw too many syllables. I was trying to take a note on when that happened. I don't remember, but I think that was kind of honestly a common theme throughout a lot of them. These songs, where it's just like, you needed to cut some words because that doesn't fit, and that also doesn't match what you did earlier,
right?
And it makes it a harder like following along journey for us
because
listeners.
I was writing down my least favorite lyrics, and I was like, reading these just as words isn't that bad, but it's the experience of them in the song. So yeah, that's Hatful of Dreams. I think we'll go to our most hated lyrics at the end. I think that, do you want to do that as like our big, unless we talk about it earlier. So now we have You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, the first version, which I hated the song in the theaters. I didn't hate it as much this time. Mm-hmm. Chocolate Will Levitate is annoying.
I hate that more than anything. Spoiler alert. I fucking hate chocolate. I hate what they do, so much.
They massacre the word chocolate in this movie. And we'll talk about it. I mean, most of my worst lyrics come from either of the versions of You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, because I enjoy some parts of the You've Never Had Chocolate Like This reprise. I think that song is good, except I also think it's terrible.
I think the first version is better, probably because it's smaller. It's shorter.
That's wild, because we had the opposite opinion when we first watched the movie. You loved the second version.
Yeah,
I did sour
I think
on
like
it as
because
well.
that's when the Broadway stuff happens, right?
Yeah,
I think I enjoyed visually what's happening. Listening to it on its own, different story
Not
for
as
me.
good.
Yeah, I think like with the visuals, I'm like, yeah, this is very fun. I love this sequence. Audio alone,
that is the thing. Listening to these songs in audio along, they are much worse. A lot of these are pretty good in the movie, but I think they're kind of bad.
Yeah, they would not win an award, you know?
No,
like, as somebody who's written an album,
Scrub, this song is bad as well.
Yeah,
but I do think this song
less.
I hated it less too. I think if they had more singy people in this, it could have been. I think the instrumental on this is better than the other songs.
Yes,
it has a really good instrumental, but like the vocals are not good.
No.
This is the one song where I will say the vocals are kind of bad because they mixed it weird, and they're trying to make people who aren't singers do these cool harmonies. And it's like, I feel like if they got people who were good singers, did this well, and then did it like almost more barbershop-y, which like granted Sweet Tooth is kind of doing, but like still would have been nice, just like cool harmonies and shit.
Yeah.
And also didn't repeat like 5 lyrics the whole time.
I totally agree. And I speaking of the mixing, I think Scrub is one of the better mixed audio tracks on the album, which is why I think I liked it better. I just feel like I heard more of the background music, and it just had, I don't know, like I didn't love it, to be clear. It just felt like I was like, oh, I can actually like digest this more, as opposed to just, I think some of the other ones I was just like, okay, the background music is chaotic and your lyrics are chaotic, and I don't know if they match together, you know? I don't know.
This song is so Cell Block Tango.
Yes, I wrote down like Chicago.
That little like blah 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 blah. That's literally from Cell Block Tango.
And if they had done something really metal like that, not like, you know, we're wearing lingerie suddenly in the laundry shoot, but like if they had done something cooler than just
show a little thigh to make them sigh.
Yeah. All I'm doing is ironing and folding. It's really not that cool.
If they ever did a Timothy Chalamet Cell Block Tango in Wonka, this film would have broke box office records.
Oh my god!
Could you fucking imagine?
Yes.
Like the fucking. Did you ever see the Daniel Radcliffe thing from fucking Miracle Workers, where he thinks she'll be coming around the mountain in like fishnets? Oh, it's incredible.
Oh my god!
Like that.
That's exactly. And
Bring that energy.
He could totally pull it off.
He could do it.
I believe in him. Yeah. He's got the vibe.
Bring a little Tom Holland as Rihanna umbrella into here, you know.
Done.
Would it have fit the film? No. Would you have made a lot of money? Yes.
Yeah.
You would have made
that could have been one of the weird dream sequences. You know, I don't know. Express
I don't think the film would have been better, but it would have been fun.
I would have enjoyed Shocked, Confused, but would have been like, or maybe I just want Chicago, and instead of
maybe I just want to watch Chicago.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
You know?
The stunt casting of the century.
Yeah.
I love it. Sweet Tooth. This is one of those songs where I had to be like, you don't hate the line, don't give me that conscience nonsense. It's not that bad of a lyric. You just hate the delivery.
Yes.
Because I was like waiting for it to come, and I was like, I'm about to be pissed. Because I hate that line. I hate it so much.
I know. I'm right there with you. I did enjoy the song overall, though. I feel like this one, it was like fun paced, and like the pacing of the lyrics matched kind of the silly vibe we had going on. We had some of the better singers of the movie, and Patterson Joseph was in it. Mm-hmm. Matt Lucas happened to be there.
It is so wild how, like, we came in as such fickle grubber enthusiasts, and now we're, like, the Slugworth sluts, you know?
It's Patterson Joseph, just really, all his lines.
I do have one thing I want to bring up from the song, and I am going to play a clip from it, because I finally realized something, because Slugworth's accent has been a mystery to me this whole time. And I'm like, what is this? You know, what's going on here, right? And there is a line that tipped me off from the beginning of the song.
I can see that you're a man of integrity.
It's Dr. Frankenfurter.
Oh my god.
It's Dr. Frankenfurter.
So much.
And look, I've got a Rocky Horror poster behind me right now. I don't know if it's on camera, but I do.
You're a professional.
I know these things.
Yes.
When he said "man," I was like, "Oh, it's Frankenfurter."
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of,
right.
I mean, it's not exact, but it's in the spirit
Well,
of
it has the flavor of
the
it.
business, you know? There's something, it's just a little much. And
Why don't you?
Yeah.
Tire. Yeah. Wow.
So I just got very excited finally figuring that out. So the next song on the soundtrack is For a Moment.
Oh, I love this one.
I genuinely had this song stuck in my head for weeks after seeing the film, and I almost didn't want to listen to it because of how much it got stuck in my head. It was like a problem. Like, I was like, can this song not be stuck in my head? And I have had it stuck in my head this afternoon, but it's not as bad, and I realized talking about it would do the damage anyway.
Oh, great.
But this song is cute. I didn't catch the one line of "he's the one good thing that's ever happened to me," which is really intense.
Yes.
I was like, woof.
Makes the ending all the more sad.
I know.
But this one makes me, if I was in a fragile state, I would cry to this song very easily.
I didn't, even though the lyrics on this one aren't great, I didn't even consider putting one of them on my worst list.
Because I think it's the cute. Lyrics, they match what is happening. It's you don't need something complicated. It's not gimmicky. It's just noodle, apple strudel. Like, that's just cute because we're just trying to find rhymes with her name, and it's just cute. It's cute.
Yes.
No notes.
So You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, the second one. I just wanted to note that Broadway's show is like a lot more intense than I originally caught on. Because the lyrics say, "The news that makes you gasp, the jokes that make you laugh, all that you say and do all day will be choreographed." By whom?
That sounds very like corporate culture vibe, actually. Like, and everything you do is choreographed.
This is the only amount of reality breaking, because if we take that at face value, that's mind control, right?
Oh no, the
right?
power ranking.
I'm putting it there to remind us later, because I think we need to have a discussion about that.
Yeah. I mean, he can do a lot. Like, changing bodies is, we've seen the blueberry thing in the future, but like all of his candies can like change your composition, your DNA, basically. That's a wild. Really good point. Yeah.
The hair repair eclair is made from ground vanilla, not the Yeti sweat. I thought that was a real bummer, because I was like, I feel like this would have made more sense with the Yeti sweat, but you know what, whatever. But then he said, "But not too much, or it'll make you a gorilla." And I'm like, just make it the fucking Yeti sweat then. I know it doesn't rhyme, but like, figure out something else.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I feel like we had a lot of cop-out rhymes that didn't make sense in the end. Like, yeah, vanilla, manila, and gorilla rhyme, and it's supposed to be silly and kids, but I feel like you just went for make it silly, but it didn't even, I don't know. Like, I think if you try to make it something too like pop, 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 you just get like hung up on like gorilla, and then the lyrics keep moving on, and you're like, wait, what's happening? Gorilla? Oh, now we've moved on to something else. Chocolate. I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes it can get confusing and not easily digestible, Yes,
I agree. I also just want to say I really hate the chorus of the song. I think the chorus of the song is horrible.
I don't like the melody of the chorus.
The verses? If you cut the choruses out of the song, these verses are a fucking banger.
Yes.
But the choruses?
Yeah. And like,
and we'll talk about
the
choruses are most of my least favorite lyrics. This is a repeat offender for me.
Yep.
The next song is Oompa Loompa. No notes. I prefer not to acknowledge. I wrote.
Yeah, genuinely, I didn't even bother re-listening to it.
I feel nothing about it.
A
World of Your Own. I think this is the worst song in the movie by a lot. I think this song is bad.
Whoa.
I think this song sucks ass. And I want to come out and say it. There is no momentum to it. It is slow in a way that is boring, but not exciting. Do you know what I mean? I find the song to be grating. Especially the chorus.
I can see that perspective.
Yes.
Interesting. It felt very wholesome to me. Like, wow. I get the pace. I understand the tempo thing. I think that would be a vibe as well. I really liked honestly, probably because there's an undertone of sorrow, and I'm just a whore for sad songs. So, like, it's hope, but it's like sad hope, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, yes. Make me cry and feel sad.
The song just feels so neutral. I don't know what. Like, the song feels like it feels like a Macy's commercial to me.
Okay.
That's how I read this song. So I just kind of...
To me, it feels like the sister of Pure Imagination, which I think is what they were going for.
Yeah.
This honestly ranked kind of higher.
Successful sister.
It ranked higher for me.
Wow.
I mean, we didn't really get into it. I hate... what even is it called? I've just deleted it. You've Never Had Chocolate Like This. Hate. Absolutely hate.
That honestly, is how I feel about A World of Your Own. So... I hate all of the songs. So, and I kind of like You're Never Had Chocolate Like This, except I do hate the chorus, but I hate A World of Your Own more.
Wow. Look at that.
So this is good. Look at us having a diversity of opinions.
Finally. Look at this. This is so fun.
And it's because my most hated lyric is in this song, but I'm not going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it in a minute. I did want to bring up, because I finally figured out what my note about Hennessy balls was about from the movie. Because he says humbugs, gumdrops, and aniseed balls, and we in the theater were like, Hennessy balls?
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
So I looked up aniseed balls, and according to Wikipedia, aniseed balls are a comfit type of hard round sweet sold in the UK, Ireland, Malta, South Africa, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. They are shiny, dark, reddish brown, and hard like gobstoppers, but only around half an inch across. They are flavored by aniseed oil with a strong aniseed flavor and last for a long time in the mouth before dissolving. In the center of the ball is normally a whole rapeseed, which is used for forming layers of sugar around. Although other nuclei, such as sugar crystals, are sometimes used. That sounds awful.
It sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
No offense, but ew.
This was my... Okay, this is why I hate this song. I wrote that this feels like a Disney park song for Pride Month. That's why I hate it. I hate it so much.
Wow.
I do want to complain about one line in here that isn't nominated, so do you mind if I play it now?
Sure.
I want to complain about how long they stretch out the single line of fireworks bring sugar string to chew. They fucking massacred that.
Bugs, gumdrops, and Hennessy balls. Fireworks bring sugar string to chew.
Why is that? What happened?
That one doesn't really bother me, but I can understand. But
everything about this song gets on my fucking nerves. So that's
there you go. So
I understand this song isn't that bad, but it's just there's something about it, especially the choruses, that feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's important to also note when I say this one was higher ranked within the album.
Sorry Noodle, I also have no notes on, because it's just like, it's literally 30 seconds.
Yeah, you know? And it's also sad.
And then we have Pure Imagination, which I do think is the best song on the album, which is kind of a bummer.
I know. I definitely, I forget where I ranked it, I'll look at my notes, but definitely top 2. And I like the lyric changes they made as well, because it really sets up Wonka to be, again, so focused on all I want to do is belong. And I think they did a really great job.
Timothée Chalamet knew this was his moment. So, like, he really tried on this one. And I
want us to all remember, he recorded this whole thing on Abbey Road.
Yeah.
I had a moment where I was listening to this and was like, oh my God, he did this on Abbey Road. And he said he felt like he desecrated Abbey Road.
History. And it's probably because these fucking lyrics. I have to imagine there were a few lyrics where he was like, okay, sure, guys.
He's like, whatever, okay.
Are you sure that rhymes? I have a lyric that I really hate that I wanted to find, but it is in the Scrub Scrub remix, which is the reprise, which is not included on the album. The Scrub Scrub reprise that is not included on the soundtrack. You remember that, right?
Meg Thee Stallion pops in. Yeah. Can you imagine?
I love that.
That'd be so good.
And I did find the entire screenplay for the film posted on Deadline, so I have that now. Don't
that's
worry.
really dangerous.
Yeah, I did start looking through to find out some of the, if I could figure out what was the novelization differences versus the film. And the Wolf-O-Matic Wonka Walker was in the original script, and I was like, I knew it.
Look at that.
But the ending was a Shabelle Pounder original, which thank God. She really killed that.
Love that.
So I might end up going through there to reconcile differences, but we'll see. But I did find the lyric that I hate. Do you want to do our rankings?
Sure.
So what is your worst song of the film? Number 10.
Oompa Loompa. Just for so many reasons. I honestly I forgot to put it on the list, and I was like, no, fuck it. Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
At the bottom. Immediately.
My number 10 is A World of Your Own, but I don't think that's surprising because I really hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something about I think the song isn't technically as bad as some of the others, but it could be such a better song, is how I feel.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I like the mellowness of it, but like if you need that like pump, I can see it, it has the
And I want to be clear,
it's just not.
I listen to almost exclusively like 70s folk and easy listening. I don't mind some mellow, but this mellowness is not for me. Something about this song, me and this song don't get along, and that's okay.
That's fine. That's fair. To me, it feels like a cute little hug, but it's all good. I respect where you're coming from,
My number 9 is Scrub Scrub.
So is mine.
Oh my god, that's so good. I'm so happy.
Cute.
What's your number 8? Let's just go back and forth this way.
You've Never Had Chocolate Like This. Fucking hated that song.
My number 8 is Oompa Loompa.
Okay.
I think I have one more on this list because of I separated the Hover Choc version and the You've Never Had Chocolate Like This version because they're
okay.
They're
I lumped them all into one.
Yeah,
because they pissed me off all. But cool.
Yeah. My number 8 is Oompa Loompa. Did I say that?
Are we on 7 now?
I guess. My number 8 is Oompa Loompa. My number 7 is Sorry Noodle because
mine's also Sorry Noodle.
Wow. What's your number 6?
Wow, this is interesting looking back now. It's Pure Imagination.
Whoa.
I know.
That's bold.
I know. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to feel different though by the time we finish this, but I did write this kind of quickly in the moment. So I guess it's how my gut felt, but I don't know. I guess it's I like the lyric changes and it's good, but I think I'm just like I know it.
Yeah.
We all know it.
Fair.
Let's see what you brought new to the film. And again, I really like the changes and I think it's good. I think for me on a list though, I was like, I don't know if I can like put it to it's like, you copied your homework, not in a bad way, but
it's true. Yeah.
I don't know, but I do really like it. I kind of forgot it wasn't near the top, I guess. So I'm a little shocked myself.
Wow.
I might change it after this, but yeah. What about you?
My number 6 was You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, Hover Choc's version. I really don't like that one. I like that one a lot less than the other one.
6, wow.
Because I like how the other You've Never Had Chocolate Like This functions in the film. I love a song that goes through everybody, and that song does go through everybody, and I like that. This song didn't have that part.
Because Sorry Noodle, for me, and Up, I do like all of them. I don't have angry feelings about them.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I love that I'm the hater.
I know.
This is such a good development. I think we need this.
Welcome to the bitch side. Welcome to hating everything. It's so delightful.
It feels great.
I'm
like wanting to revise my list now as I'm saying it, though. I'm adjusting it. Fuck it.
Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh.
All right. I moved something up a few slots. Okay, my number 5 is A Hat Full of Dreams.
Mine is Sweet Tooth.
Nice. It's like whatever.
Pretty sick, bro.
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
My number 4 is Sweet Tooth, so not that far off from you.
I think
Patterson.
We're not going to match numbers anymore.
No, we're not.
Because you have to. That's right. Okay.
I'll just do my number 3 now. And
Okay.
then we'll kind of get together on that.
Well, I do. Sweet Tooth was my number 4, so we're both on 4.
Yeah. How many do you have left? You have 2 songs left, right?
Well, I'm on 4, 3, 2, 1. So,
okay, then we have the same amount. Then I don't know what we're talking about. We're good.
Maybe it happened earlier.
We'll figure it. It doesn't matter.
Who fucking cares?
Okay. Our number 3 songs. Mine is You've Never Had Chocolate Like This.
And mine is A World of Your Own. The one that we both separately hated for each other. I love it.
I actually love that.
I think
love
that's
that.
perfect.
Each of our least favorites is in the other person's top 3.
What number was A World of Your Own for you?
Number 10. I hate it so much.
Okay, mine. You've Never Had Chocolate Like This was my number 8. So it's almost
I think
the same.
Oompa Loompa and Scrub Scrub are worse than A World of Your Own, but
You have such
hate
a
it more.
personal vitriol. Yeah. Oh, that's totally fair.
And I can't even establish
so funny.
why. I don't know why I hate it so much. I just do. It's the pride float at Disneyland. That's what it is.
Yeah, maybe some journaling will reveal,
All right. Number 2 song.
Hat Full of Dreams.
My number 2 is For a Moment.
Oh.
I originally had For a Moment at number 4, and I said, no, that's not right. That needs to be number 2. Because
okay,
I
am glad you
genuinely think
revised.
For a Moment is a good song. Like, I think it's a
Yes.
good song. Even if I like some parts. I'm like, you can't put You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, whose chorus you hate, above it. You can't do that. So,
Yeah.
I think You've Never Had Chocolate Like This is the most fun sequence in the movie.
Yes.
But as a song, it is bad.
Which is very confusing. I have a hard time separating the two.
That's I think why it ranks so high, because I like that everybody gets in on the song, and I think it structurally is really good for the movie, and I'm glad it's in there, but also it's not great.
Yeah.
And I like the verses, but not much else. All right, and our number 1, I think we know what this is for process of elimination, but yours.
For a Moment.
And mine is Pure Imagination.
Wow.
I think it's the best song in the soundtrack. If I was going to listen to one of these in a vacuum, that's the one I would pick. Mostly because For a Moment, I don't think I can listen to that song without getting it stuck in my head for 3 weeks, and it makes me feel bad. I don't
fair.
like it.
I think I also went on this list not necessarily with would I listen to it again fully? But I feel like I feel like the lyrics match the cuteness of the scene, match the background music.
Right.
Like, to me, that one felt one of the most in sync, which kind of shocked me. I did not know I would feel so strongly about For a Moment, because technically it has a lot of the other elements of the other songs where it could have been really fucking stupid and annoying, but it actually was cute and it made sense in that time. It just really missed, I feel like, in a lot of the other songs.
No, I agree. I think if Pure Imagination is taken out of the running, I think it is by far the best song written for this movie. Now, we're on to the great competition of finding the worst lyrics. So we're each bringing in some nominees. And we'll just, I think, trade back and forth, do you think?
Yeah, I have mine as screenshots, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of shuffling to find all of mine, but...
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I have mine written down. Do you want me to go first with my first one?
Sure.
I'm mad about? Mine's roughly in chronological order because I just wrote them down as I was listening. So this one, I don't think is that bad of a lyric reading it out, but I hate the way it's shoved into the song. From Hatful of Dreams, here's my destiny, I just need to unlock it. Will I crash and burn or go up like a rocket? I don't know why I hate this lyric, but I really do.
They say rocket way too many times in this movie.
Right. There's
you
a
use
lot of
rocket once.
That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of repeated things for a movie whose songs are about 2 minutes for most of them. Shouldn't.
It's just, you say a special word like that, you can't keep hammering it in.
And also, I don't think he should know what a rocket is.
No. I don't, I was going to say, not to be silly here, but
he would probably know what a rocket is, but I don't think that would be his reference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess no. He's into transportations and shit. Never mind.
Transportation. I don't think they had rocket as a transportation yet.
Well, he's the
Probably
fucking
would've
glass
just been
elevator
weapons.
eventually that I'm like, maybe I don't need to.
That's fair.
There's Brandino's. Sorry, just had to do my that's my Timothy Chalamet singing impression. Okay, here we go. Let's get our official hearing of this one.
Here's my destiny, I just need to unlock it. Will I crash and burn or go up like a rocket?
I also think the vowel choice, you know what? That is my only critique of Timothy Chalamet. I don't think he got good training on what vowels to pick for songs.
Agreed.
And I think they painted him into a corner a lot of the time with the rhyming because he has to choose vowels that sound bad.
Yes. If you have to
he's
say
hitting
chocolate
the E's really
weirdly,
hard.
you're going to have to say everything in the entire song weirdly because
Exactly.
they just fucking keep rhyming chocolate.
Like, that's
with
my
chocolate.
only critique is he sometimes, I think, picks the wrong vowel. Not to be like a singing person, but like the wrong vowel pronunciation for the song. But I don't necessarily think it's his fault because I don't think he has any choice because of the lyrics.
Agreed.
You know?
Yeah, there was
and that's
enough
an
variety.
issue in all of these.
Yeah.
They kind of rhyme the same 3 endings the whole movie. Like,
Yes.
endings of words.
It
which
really
is the problem.
pisses me off. And again, the rocket thing, I had actually made a separate bullet point. One of the only notes I really wrote down was I was like, rockets are used too much in this.
Yeah.
Literally.
And even if it's twice, it's too much.
Anything else. Anything. We could have had a song about how he got his coat and hat, which turned out to be very interesting. And then he could have rhymed coat with like chocolate. And then he could have moved on. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. If you're going to do that. But yeah, it's interesting because my first submission is also from the You've Never Had Chocolate Like This Hover Chalk version.
That was from Hatful of Dreams.
Oh, I don't even know. Honestly, they kind of blend together for me.
I have a lot from You Never Had Chocolate Like This.
Yeah, honestly, probably most of mine are. It could be this entire song for me.
Yeah.
And you know why I probably thought it was the same song is because it did it mentioned rockets and it has the same thing. It's just different music. So I guess one of my first from here is Well, There's Chocolate and There's Chocolate, which alone.
That is also mine. I
Alone.
also have Well, There's Chocolate and, which, now let's not do it. Well, there's chocolate and there's chocolate. I fucking hate it.
Shut up.
Get it out. I hate it.
It's like, that's the thing. You also have the notes be the same.
Less grating.
It should be like, there's chocolate and then there's chocolate. You know, like there's no difference. It's like, there's chocolate and then there's chocolate. Like, I'll try, please, just any other word. I don't know. So that just in general as a theme pissed me off.
Well, there's chocolate and there's dark chocolate.
And sometimes you can put caramel in your chocolate.
You can also get white chocolate. And that's better than half the lyrics.
Yeah, because you know what?
It's at least they're not fucking bastardized words.
Yeah. Which brings me to or you can go next. That was
I think we might have the next one. Do you want to say it in unison? Only Wonka's makes your eyes pop out. There's chocolate.
It's the most
awful
offensive thing. I hate eye stuff, first off.
I actually have a more hated version of this rhyme later, which we'll talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Because at least eyes pop out their socklets is kind of fun, even if I hate it. And sockets and socklets, that's something. You know what I mean?
I hate it.
I hate it, and I viscerally was like, Jesus Christ.
I have no justification for it. I have no sympathy. May it burn in hell.
Yeah. I have another one I hate.
Hellalit.
Burn in hellcalit.
Tell me your favorite ocolate rhyme.
Well, I want to give an honorable mention to Only Wonka's Makes You Rock Around the Clockalit.
Yes.
It's not that one bad, but it did make me giggle because I was like, what the fuck are we doing at this point?
Yeah, I will say that one didn't bring as much anger as much like...
The one that I hate is Only Mine Will Find You Buying Wedding Frockalets.
Oh, another great choice.
Because, number one, wedding frock? Because the reason why I don't like buying wedding frockalets versus eyes pop out their socklets is eyes pop out their sockets is like a thing. Wedding frockets is nothing. That's nothing. Wedding frock is nothing.
Because sockets.
Wedding frockalets
it's
is
just
less
frock.
than nothing.
There is no second syllable.
My chocolate is so fucking good it'll make you get married. What?
Also doesn't make sense. And that didn't make sense in the movie either, because it's not like it's a love. It's supposed to give him confidence, I guess, but I don't know. It didn't really connect for me.
Exactly. And that's why eyes pop out their socklets I could forgive, because at least it's something. Only Mine Will Find You Buying Wedding Frockalets is nothing.
Frockalets is stupid.
Yeah.
Let me play well, I'll just start with Well, There's Chocolate and then There's Chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, there's chocolate and there's chocolate, but only one.
What's also the fucking slide whistles?
The delivery is also weird. I forgot how circusy it was, but
exactly.
It's just too I don't know. There's just a lot to hate there. I used to honestly, and when we first watched this, Pocolate was the most offensive thing, and I think that was the only thing I could think of for the rest of the song.
I remember when we were so mad at Pocolate, how naive we were.
How naive we were. Because Pocolate's the least offensive thing in here.
Only mine will find you buying
real. You're right. It's just frock. It's just frock. If it was
and never have I said,
frocklet.
I must go to the store to buy my wedding frock. Like, it's nothing.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It doesn't make fucking
like, at least eyes pop out your sockets is something. Like,
and
that's
you know
a
what?
phrase.
I guarantee you, I mean,
Who knew this would be the episode
I'm
I
gonna
yelled
make a
so much?
I'm gonna make a blanket statement. I am loving the energy. First off, Felicia told me, she's like, I never do this. I haven't today. I'm starting my prep today, and that's usually like what I do.
Yeah.
I do day of. Felicia usually has things like prepared and sealed.
This is fresh anger.
Oh, it's so fun. Oh shit. What was I gonna say? Oh, hold on. Oh, come back to me. What were we talking about? We were talking about
Frockolates?
Oh, yeah. Okay. At no point in history, I mean, and I very well may be wrong because history's pretty long. No one's ever been like, you must go get your wedding frock. They still would have said wedding dress, especially in that ambiguous time period. No one has ever said
Not in the
wedding
fucking
frock.
40s.
No. Like, this wasn't like a phrase we might have said back in the day.
I get Wonka anachronisms, but this is not. It is so clearly they're trying to find a rhyme. And that's the last one in the song.
And you know what? Rockolate, frockolate, they just put an F in front of it. Lazy. It was already lazy, and then you just...
It's not clever. Whereas, like, eyes pop out their sockolates, even though it makes me go, ugh, I concede to them that there's something there. There's nothing to wedding frockolates. There's no substance. What are we doing?
Very frustrating.
And that's not even the one I'm the most mad about. So, I do want to give a shout out to, I don't think I actually want to nominate this because you can't hear it, but Oh Tiddles, here's your chance to tune my mailman pants. I really hate the way that one was delivered in the theaters. I can't play it for you because it's not on the fucking soundtrack, but just trust it was bad.
I actually have one I kind of like, but I hate it, but I still like it because I've hate it. It's from Sweet Tooth. And, you know, we have the Have You Got a Sweet Tooth? Me too. Fellas, have you got the hots for chalks?
It made me take pause and I was like, you know what? I'm okay with it.
That's kind of how I felt. I don't like that I like it, but I highly enjoy it.
Yes.
You know, but like, it's not, I don't know. And I don't know how I feel. Is it just because of how everything else has gone with the music? Or do I generally enjoy Have You Got the Hots for Chalks? It sounds, honestly, I saw that and I imagined the embroidery. I saw it so viscerally.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was just like a vision came and I was like, and maybe that's why I liked it.
Yeah.
You know?
How many more do you have? Because I have one final one that I did research on.
Hold on.
Because I said there's no way this
You did research on it?
No, it was fruitful. Because I said this can't be organically what they wrote. There has to be a reason.
Okay, so I had Skyrockolate, I had Clockolate. I really hated the rhyming. Prophylits. I wish I could make a list of all the iffolets.
Prophylits?
This is from You've Never Had Chocolate Like This. Our Wonka drives a hole right through our prophylits.
Yeah.
Can you fucking not? Now I did like Chalk Apocalypse. A bit of a stretch, but I do enjoy it. So
Chocopocalypse. Yeah, that's fun.
Chocopocalypse. Yeah, honestly, the rest are just me being really, really picky. And that's a consonant. What's that now? You're talking nonsensiness. Does not flow. That does not flow at all. That's again, You've Never Had Chocolate Like This. And this is when they're doing the reading lesson. Yeah. Absolutely terrible. So I think honestly from there I'm just petty. So I feel at peace and I'm excited to hear your teardown.
This lyric, which I had to research it because I said this can't have been intended or there has to be a reference to drive this because it is so grammatically incorrect and not in a way that is fun or normal. In A World of Your Own, he sings, "'Cause there's a hard rain gonna fall."
Oh,
'cause there's a hard rain gonna fall.
I forgot. I did not like that one.
'Cause there's a hard rain gonna fall.
Why gonna? About to fits in like a hard rain's gonna about to fall.
Well, 'cause there's a hard rain gonna fall, and it's not pluralized.
Ugh.
Again,
'cause there's a hard rain gonna fall.
It doesn't make sense.
It
Because
doesn't
there is a
make
hard
sense.
rain gonna fall. So I said, this can't be organic. This has to be a reference to something. So I looked up, there's a hard rain gonna fall. Turns out it's a fucking Bob Dylan song. Why?
Like, I get he's playing Bob Dylan.
Exactly.
But, like, why? Yeah, why?
There's a Bob Dylan song called A Hard Rain's A Gonna Fall. Not There's a Hard Rain Gonna Fall.
That's not
A Hard
the
Rain's
nod.
A Gonna Fall.
That's not the nod you want to make in this movie.
No.
That's so farly distant.
And that's what I'm saying. If you want to
Farley.
make the reference, why wouldn't you just say, 'cause a hard rain's a gonna fall?
Yes! That's it. And you're right, kind of back to, like, how no
It's
one
the
really, like, taught the
pacing.
vowels and how things need to be said. I think there were little moments like that where you needed to extend a word or shorten it, and it would have been fine.
And I think maybe a person who sang more would say, hey guys, this sounds fucked up. 'Cause a hard rain's a gonna fall. It's clunky, but it wouldn't make me as mad as I do. Versus 'cause there's a hard rain a gonna fall. It
That doesn't
sounds
even-
bad. It feels bad to say. I remember somebody sent that to us, and I assumed they made a typo.
Yeah.
But no, that's the
No.
real lyric. 'Cause there's a hard rain gonna fall. Am I missing something? I mean, sure, he
No.
just learned how to read, but like,
But he knows how to speak, you know?
yeah,
Like,
and like listening to the song, the gonna, like the in front of gonna from Bob Dylan is highly de-emphasized, but still, like, if you're gonna reference it, the gunna's in the title.
yeah.
So like a
Like,
hard
pop it in
rain's a
there.
gonna fall. That wouldn't be a problem. And also, why the fuck did you reference it? Why?
Does it even actually make sense in the rest of the... Because I know there's mention of clouds, but does it make sense in the rest of the song where that is? Because I feel like
it does
I remember...
kind of, because this is about when he's talking literally about... He says, get your
Okay.
umbrellas handy because a hard rain's gonna fall. Humbugs, gumdrops, and aniseed balls. And he's literally dropping
Oh,
humbugs,
right.
gumdrops, and aniseed balls in the crowd from his
Okay.
stupid little bucket.
God, at least there's that, but that's not really super redeemable.
Because there's a
different line-
hard rain... Why wouldn't you say, 'cause a hard rain's gonna fall?
Yeah, why there?
wouldn't you just...
Get rid of there. Get rid of it. Cut.
And just, pluralize the rain. I don't know. Are we missing some key phrase? But I researched it. We can't.
No.
anything else.
Because we're musical bitches, right?
Yeah.
We enjoy musicals. I think we would know decent cultural references between both of us. I feel like we have a good breadth of knowledge. If we
To say
both
that
have
this
never
is bad.
fucking heard that before and you had to research it, and God forbid it's a fucking Bob Dylan lyric song title, no.
I mean, it's a famous song of his apparently, which is fine. But why? Why?
Who's going
Why?
to Wonka being like, up, you did the Bob Dylan? Like, no.
Yeah, no.
I don't even know. And, it's a weird reference to make if it was a reference, because if it wasn't, if it was just, the person forgot, or they just still came up with
If it wasn't a reference, it is genuinely unforgivable.
Yeah. Truly.
The fact that it's a reference gives it slightly more leeway. So
It
personally,
might make me hate it more, actually. I don't know. Why go out of your way?
I know. And also, you made the reference sound worse, too,
Yeah.
is the thing, if it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm still between Only Mine Will Find You buying wedding frockolates or because there's a hard rain gonna fall. But anytime I say because there's a hard rain gonna fall, it makes me mad. So I think
That's totally fair. I can follow.
What do
I
you
can
think?
follow you with that. It's not maybe fair, but I would say 98% of any of the ocolates made me mad.
Yeah.
Which is in
Agreed.
almost every song. So I can totally feel frockolate. I really hate popping out of your eye sockolates because we could have shown excitement a different way. I cringed in the theater and I cringe now thinking of it.
Yeah.
But I agree with the rage of frockolate, and then profilate doesn't make me mad as much. If there was two of them, I could forgive it. But
yeah.
as a general bucket, all the ocolate suffixes,
Yeah.
fucking
Agreed.
no. Yeah,
I still nominate
my...
frockolate as the worst because wedding frock isn't even a thing. Whereas at least the other ones are things.
Yeah, and
They are
even
things.
And frock is one syllable. Socket,
Yes.
rocket, frock. You can't, frockolate is too much of a stretch.
Yeah, and
you know?
only Wonka makes you rock around the clock-a-lit. Also bad, but at least that's a thing. Rock around the clock is a thing.
That's a thing.
But also, okay, if this is so Wonka isn't listening to Bob Dylan too. So
And I
if you
don't
take
think
that
he
as face
would.
value, no, he
Wonka
wouldn't.
listen to Bob Dylan.
He'd be like, "What's this old
Yeah.
old bitch doing? I don't care." You know,
This old bitch.
why are you so sad all the time? You could use one of my fucking
My chocolates.
silver linings. I feel weird saying because a hard rain's gonna fall is my least favorite because I think Only Mine Will Find You Buying Wedding Frocolates really emphasizes the worst of the lyrics in this musical.
Because it was such an active choice.
Because there's a hard rain gonna fall is uniquely bad. It's so bad that I start correcting it anytime I try to say it. Like, I have to stop and, like, process it to say it properly.
Proselytize.
I genuinely think these are both horrible. I don't think I can pick a winner. I hate them both so much.
I think that's fine. They're in, like, different categories of reasons
bad.
to be hated. And I think that's fair. Yeah.
Are you going to crown isocolates for yours, or are you on the frock train with me?
Oh, God. I mean, I'm going to be a bitch and just say all the ocolates still. I'm just going to hold to that. It just pisses me off on a whole. Because frockolate is very frustrating. I do hate that there is not even a second syllable. I just personally have to stick with, like, I hate I stuff. And socolate, it's just gross. But frocks is incredibly frustrating. I also hate that there is no second syllable. So I'll pop it right up to the top of, like, my ocolate branch. But I just, you get one ocolate.
So this is the official ranking. I think the official worst lyric of Wonka 2023 for both of us is the frockolate.
Yeah.
And then your runner-up is all the other ocolates, and my runner-up is because there's a hard rain gonna fall. God, I can't fucking say it.
I can't even compute it when you say it. I think I leave my body and then I come back.
Hard rain gonna fall.
Yeah, I want to know how many takes it took him for him to actually be able to sing that, because there's a hard rain gonna fall. Like, I don't know. It just...
Yeah, because I feel like I autocorrected too, because a hard rain's gonna fall, which works still.
Yeah.
Why?
Wow. Well, how do you feel with all this rage? Like, do you feel free? Anger is so freeing.
Honestly, it felt good to be
have
any energy. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to have any energy today, and it turns out I had strong opinions and wanted to yell about them.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, because Felicia and I will talk sometimes and we're like, oh, this will be a chill episode. It's fine. And I do feel like anytime we preface an episode like that, they do somehow turn into our most angering episodes.
Yeah.
It's fun to get mad about Wonka also.
It felt good to get fired up. I miss being mad about Wonka. Like, Elaine and I have talked about it a little bit on this podcast. We're very much, and I think, like, this isn't saying we're not trying, but we're in the podcast, like, senior year. There is a different vibe. We're not working towards a movie. We're just kind of, like, finishing up. So sometimes it's like, are we going to be there? Are we going to be 100%? Because, like, we're focused on it, but not in the way we once were. It's different. The vibe is different.
We are free, but we're still cleaning up the confetti.
And that's exactly what it is. It feels like you're cleaning up your birthday party. That's very much the vibe. So it's like, it feels good that I could get that rageful. Yeah. It felt good. It felt good to release that.
I can go, like, burn something,
I don't even think I need to.
Same.
Do I not have to do my weekly cry sesh this week? Did I get it all out being mad about Wonka?
Oh my gosh, if we need to do a weekly anger call.
Oh, incredible.
Just to get rid of the cries. I mean.
I like the cries, though. I won't take them away.
I mean, too.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, now it's time for our prediction fallout, where we talk about the predictions. And I thought, let's talk about the musical predictions, because we can. Our listener, Kate, did swoop in once again with some lovely little details. I think Kate is kind of the field reporter on this. They said that there might be a triangle at about 4 minutes in Hatful of Dreams, which there is, so that one was correct for you. And there's also a flute, and You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, and In a World of Your Own. So you're good.
That feels really satisfying.
Yes.
To get any of the music stuff I said. It feels very satisfying.
I pulled all the other music ones, and I put what I think their solutions will be, and I just need you to sign off on them. An epic solo featuring the beautiful instrument of the oboe. I don't think that happened.
No, I don't think either, which is kind of a shame.
It could have used it.
It could have used
some of those ocolates.
Hot take.
And get some obocolates.
God damn it. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It sounds like a Burger King menu feature.
$5.99 obocolates.
You want a chickocalypse?
There will be a strong cello presence in one of the songs. I think this is wrong. I don't think there's not one that I would say strong,
Yeah, no, I don't, and nothing stands out to me from my recollection.
Same with strong timpani presence.
So heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So heartbreaking. I think they could have used an oboe and a timpani in one of them. I'll throw it out there too. But I get the vibe was kind of more like, I don't know, train jazz or whatever.
No flugelhorn? I think that, I would assume it's right.
I think that's correct.
How would we know?
There wasn't ever a really strong, like,
horn
fancy horn, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know, so I feel safe with us saying that if you feel safe as well.
And lastly, I wrote ragtime-inspired song, which is fun because that's a genre famously with no lyrics. Which I think
you kind of got it. I mean,
I re-listened to some ragtime today, and I was like, no.
Oh, maybe not. I was just trying to think of like when they're on the trolley. Maybe I just associate trolley with ragtime.
I think
general.
that's kind of the same thing. I don't think there really is a ragtime one. That one's mine, and I'm saying it's wrong. So there you go.
Okay.
I don't know how that falls out. I haven't done it in the spreadsheet. Does it really matter? Not really. We've done the prediction fall at this point. We know what it's gonna like. It's fine. Who gives a shit?
Circling back to how this is our senior year.
The movie's already out. Who cares?
Who fucking cares?
I do think you're beating me, and I may be a little upset about it.
It's really fucking funny.
After all the work I put in, after I write all these notes and she writes 6 bullet points and she's beating me?
You know what? It might be because I also made less predictions. That might be doing it, Felicia.
It's proportional, though.
Oh, man. Anyway.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of Wonka Watch. We had a great fucking time. Mm-hmm. That was great.
Time a lit.
I'm a lit. What did you say?
We had a great time a lit.
I thought you said
and then I just realized
lit, as your name was a lit, as if you were announcing yourself. What's our names as a lit versions? Philoccolate?
Philoccolate.
That sounds like a sex act.
I mean, I guess I would just be Elena lit.
No, you'd be Alocolate.
Alocolate.
Alancolate.
Well, Aloncolate and then Philoncolate.
Well, there's
I can't even. I'm not saying that
Philoccolate.
Right.
That's our new intro to the podcast.
Stu, you did it. That's a genius idea.
Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of Wonka Watch. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Wonka Watch. We barely post on there, but you can just pretend we do. You can also email us at wonkarapture@gmail.com. Woo! And yeah, as a second reminder, send us emails about Listener Palooza stuff. We would love it, and it'd be super helpful. Thank you. And then you can also support us on buymeacoffee.com/WonkaWatch. You can watch Elaine's despair of eating a bunch of fucking IHOP. Ugh. We did a commentary track on The Green Knight, which we loved. We had a great time with that movie.
Loved.
We got real into it. Elaine didn't get bored. She didn't check the time once. That's revolutionary, folks.
It was wild. I left feeling better, and there is some Elaine going crazy over Dev Patel. Not too overwhelming.
She did a lot of heavy breathing.
Well, I mean, I guess I haven't listened to it back. I hope that's not that. I hope people aren't watching it and that's just coming.
It was visibly for me as your friend. I could see the heavy breathing. You know.
Yeah, okay. Oh no.
We're doing the Wonka Hunger Games this month, which we're going to be doing as a bonus episode because with like us scheduling and going bi-weekly, we realized we couldn't fit on the main feed, but we really wanted to do it, so it's going to be on our Buy Me a Coffee.
Because now we have all the Wonka movie folks we can throw in there.
We have all the Wonka movie folks. We have a bunch of like new people from our podcast. You know, Service Dom Wonka hasn't gotten his chance in the fucking ring.
Oh, bitch! So good.
That'll be really fun. But yeah, you can go over there and join us. And if you do join our little membership, we also give you a little song. And today, it's probably the most mentioned person on the podcast in the last 3 weeks. It's Kate! It's our prediction friend. So Kate said the message, "Hi, glad some of my work has been helpful so far. This podcast has thrown me off the deep end into Wonka, and I'm eternally grateful for it. Thank you for the work you've done, and I look forward to whatever the next adventure may be. Forever Wonkonian, Kate." Which is lovely.
Thank you, Kate.
I grabbed a little song for you, and I thought this fit the vibe of the Wonka soundtrack. So it's bad.
Oh, perfect.
Now, don't use Kate and chocolate, because that would be unfortunate.
Well, there goes all my plans.
I do not want to hear you sing the word coccolate.
I thought you meant more like Kate and chocolate. I didn't even go to
I didn't even consider Kate and chocolate. That's fine. Just don't say
Kate Ocolate was also what I was thinking. Oh my god. Okay, I'll avoid coccolate.
Welcome,
Welcome to this fun little mansion I found. Oh, who's the owner? None other than Kate. Welcome to Kate's little house. There's a couple of ghosts you might see. And the ghosts, they're all Kate's friends who turned against them. Don't ever go and betray Kate. They will go cray, and you'll never see the light. Kate'll make sure of that. Oh, fright! You might enjoy the pool, but don't get there too soon. Lots of electricity in it. Oh, Kate, you silly bitch. Watch out, you might not make it. Oh, but wouldn't that be silly? Aha! Oh, Kate.
The bitch was intense. It came out hard.
It really did. Whoa.
And look, here's the thing. The pacing of that was weird, but it wasn't much worse than some of the Wonka songs, and that's bad.
And honestly, like, what is my brain going to do after an hour of ocolate? A frockolate?
Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of Wonka Watch. We've really enjoyed having you here. But at the end of the day, we know it's that important because they wrote the lyrics because there's a hard rain gonna fall. Because there's a hard rain gonna fall, folks. It's 85 degrees and sunny, and because the hard rain's gonna fall.
It's not that important.
I fucking fixed it again. It's 85 degrees and sunny because there's a hard rain gonna fall.
In 1 hour, in less than an hour, whenever we start talking about it, you have come up with 3 different ways to fix it. But it's not that important, Felicia, because no one fucking cares. They can't fix it, and no one gives a shit. It's not that important,
but we did spend an hour and 15 minutes talking about it, which is way longer than I thought. I thought this one was going to be tightened in the bag.
I'm going to cry ocolate.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Colette.
Fuck it all. Fuck it all.